one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, they can't get.
Coach, we have a damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Time. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Bell. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Mike, I'm signed. Mike's by 4. I got him.
On first down, it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54.
Hey, Echo.
54, Mike.
Darnold. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Check three.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. Now a first down carry by Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4 down, Terry?
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Patriots have it. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. 2nd down, Stidham to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Michelle gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Stidham. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Down, 90 Wolf.
Check 53's mine. Hey, here we go.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Stidham. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And the pressure gets to him again. John Simon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Stidham. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They go play action with Stidham. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Bell. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. Now Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, it's Stidham. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, here's Stidham. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10. Mike 51. Mike 51.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Bell. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
First and 10 at the 22.
Darnold now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's first and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
Second and 3 at the 15-yard line.
58, come on. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Now third and 5.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there. Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw is Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 4-yard line. Let's go.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Stidham from down around his goal line. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. On the ground, Michel. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Darnold now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. On second and goal, Darnold. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
He's checking. Crash.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Back now here on EA Sports. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. On second down, Michel. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Stidham. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Darnold from the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
And it's Michel once again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Pushing his way through. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
The 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here goes Hut. Go 58 to the mic. Watch the pass. I got motion.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Darnold now to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You get blocked, Lee. You get blocked.
Again, it's Michelle. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now. Michelle, so fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Stidham. The pass complete. It's Bird. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground is Michelle. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready up. Mike 51. Hey, get in the weight room.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. following the penalty. Michel. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go, baby.
Come on.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half,